Today is 7th of December. It's left with just 2 weeks and some days, and we are in the Christmas season. Hello, and welcome to the show. My name is always KBA Japan. It's a pleasure to be with you today. If you're new to the channel, consider tapping the subscribe button, tap the bell notification icon, drop a comment on the channel, and let's get interactive. This is my first ever Christmas jumper. Yes, this is the first ever Christmas jumper I have owned, and it brings me so much joy, reminiscing on past Christmas that I have been part of and all the Christmas days that I have celebrated with friends and family. And it brings memories, positive memories, actually. Growing up as a boy in the village, Christmas was one of the moments and the times that we cherished so much, So on a Christmas day, we will all get dressed up together with my friends, my brothers and sisters, and then we will move from house to house. Yes, wishing everybody a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. Obviously, with the hope that all these neighbors will give us Christmas gifts, toffees, biscuits, and the likes. And most of the time, every house that we visited during Christmas Day, we got given a present. So every year, almost every child in my little village is actually looking forward to Christmas festivities, where we get to have lots of gifts from our neighbors and even random strangers. It's a period that I hold so dear, and all those memories I cherish so much. Usually what happens on Christmas is that most of the family members that are traveled outside of the little village to the big cities in search of greener pastures and for jobs come back home. So it's a period that we actually have a family get together. We cook some delicious meals and we all sit and have our dinner. Unlike in the western part and in bigger cities where you have family meals around a big dinner table. Back in my little village, that wasn't the case. So the mothers prepare the food in the kitchen. They serve it into a bowl or a plate, depending on what has been served. If it's fufu and soup, we serve it in a bowl. If it's rice and chicken and things like that, it goes on a plate. So depending on what is served, we go according to either a plate or a bowl. Now, once you get your food on Christmas Day, you just pick it up and grab yourself a drink with a biscuit, with some toffees. Usually in my home, it used to be rice and chicken. And mine, oh my. Yeah. For most of us, we only had chicken once a year. Yeah, we had chicken once a year. And we looked forward to this time because it was one of the cherished moments of our lives. And if you miss it, you have to wait an entire 12 months before you can have chicken again. Rice, we used to have, on from time to time basis, not regularly, but we used to have it more often than we had chicken. Chicken, I can vividly remember that we used to have chicken once a year. So almost everyone was just waiting and looking up to Christmas Day, where we can actually have some good chicken, and you get to determine which part of the chicken you get served with. Yeah, it was really interesting. It was really, really interesting. So after our meals, obviously we get our friends, our brothers and sisters, and then we start to go door to door. Once door to door is done and we've gathered all our gifts, we come back home, and then now we sit around the bonfire and then listen to stories and sing to African rhythms and rhymes, and then, dance around and play till late in the night. I remember very well that on Christmas days, we stayed out very, very late, deep into the night, and then we go back to bed around 11 p.m., sometimes 12 a.m. Yeah, so childhood Christmas in my little village was actually fun. Now times have changed, you know. You get to wear, you know, a Christmas jumper like the one I'm wearing, which is my first. I have never owned a Christmas jumper. This is my first Christmas jumper I have owned. And if you want to see it, this is how it looks like. Yeah, so I've got a big, you know, Homer from The Simpsons in the front of it, and then you've got Christmas trees on there, yeah, and then you've got snowflakes and things like that. I really like the combination, and the color of it, and it's really comfortable as well. Yeah, so I'm sure people still back in the village, most of them wouldn't know what a Christmas jumper is, but we had back in the day what we called a Christmas dress. So your parents will actually buy you a new dress and a new shoe. If you're lucky, you get a new watch, you know, those plastic watches. And then if you're lucky as well, your dress or your shirt or whatever they get you may come with a hat. Yeah, if you're really being spoiled, you get on top of it shades or spectacles, those plastic ones. Yeah, and looking back, you know, on these memories, these are really times that we really cherished and hold dear to our heart. Yeah. Another aspect of Christmas in my little village was that you have all these relatives coming from the bigger cities. So when they are coming home on Christmas Day, they actually come bearing gifts. So you get, you know, biscuits, drinks, you know, confectionaries that you've never had before. Usually you get to have them on Christmas Day, in addition to what you get from going door to door. Usually on a Christmas morning as well, we do go for church service. Yes, and majority of my family members are Christian. So back in the day, we used to go for church service in the morning, come back mid-morning, and then start preparation towards the Christmas meal and the entire festivities. We didn't have Christmas trees where we had to decorate trees with bells and lights and all that. No, we didn't have all that back in the day, but this is the case now, and I think that there is so much options to choose from currently in this current time during Christmas. I saw a house down the road where they have actually decorated the entire outskirt of the house with big Christmas trees and Santa Claus and Christmas light. Oh man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. But back in the day, we didn't have those things growing up, and it's actually interesting when you look back and you see how far times have gone and how innovative people or humanity has become along the line. I also think that most of these added features to Christmas were there before, but it just has been improved. So back in the day when I was in the village, I didn't get the opportunity to see all this. But growing up and then moving out of the village, I got to know that there's actually more to Christmas than we used to see in the village. And then there's this aspect of Santa Claus. Yes. So we didn't even know what Santa Claus was or who Santa was and the concept behind it, you know? Yeah. So now children are being taught that you need to be good for Santa to give you a gift, which I think it's in the right direction, because then children will in the whole year try to put up good behavior so that during Christmas they can get a gift from Santa. But growing up, I didn't have that idea. I didn't even know Santa existed, you know. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I believe that wherever you are and wherever you're watching this video from, you are also looking forward to the Christmas festivities. If you are a religious person, you are looking forward to the faith aspect of it. If you're not a religious person, you are looking forward to a holiday and a relaxation time and prepping yourself for the coming year. If you're looking forward for a gift this Christmas, I wish you well. And I hope that you get what you want from Santa this year. To all the friends and family who will be coming together to celebrate these festivities, I hope that you guys have a very good time. Enjoy the time with friends and family and make memories together. I hope that this Christmas becomes one of your best ever Christmas. As for me, for getting my first ever Christmas jumper is enough for me. And I look forward to what other surprises are in store for me this Christmas season. I hope that you have a wonderful time with friends and family. I hope that you make the best out of it. I hope that you stay out of trouble. And I hope that this Christmas becomes one of your best that you can look back on someday and smile. Have a very Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.